everybody. Hello, NASCAR. Hello, Mooney. Hello, Missing Go. Hello, Makers. Hello, Chicken Nuggy. Hey, Jay the Mac. We are live once again over on the YouTubes, over on the Twitch, and of course on the Kick for one of the final days of our little experiment. So let's go over here. Let's see if my face wants to show up. Ha! And there we go. Let me see. Hey, Flaming Phoenix. Hey, Two-Wolf. Hey, Scylla. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing fantastic. Hey, Brooke Taylor as well. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. It is a time indeed. We have some stream reviews coming up. I have a mouthful of tea left, and that is all the liquid that I have available to me right now. So I'm gonna grab some water in a little bit, but that's okay. Always fantastic on Fridays. Let's go. Ash, that one doesn't work. No, you can't turn the lights to black. I mean, to be fair, I can turn the lights to black, but that's not helpful, is it? Hey, how do I read your name? Rochion? Rock on? Let me know. And how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I do read every message that I can. Hey, Jan, how are you? Rave mode, we can do that too. I don't know how quick my Philips Hue is gonna react, but it works a little bit. Thank you very much for the kind words. That's very, very nice of you. Today, we are going to have some fun, though. We are going to have a wonderful time. Because I'm going to be reviewing your streams, which also means I need to quickly make sure that you guys can actually see where you can sign up to have me review your streams. So let me just sign up now. We don't have a lot of people in the queue at the moment. We have about 40 people in the queue. You can click it on Twitch. You can click it over on YouTube in the description as well. Over on Kick, I can post it once in a while, I think. Frosty, stop it. No, this is not how we do this. Don't do that. Invalid link? Wait, why invalid link? Shouldn't be invalid. I can click it from here and it works. Frosty, thank you so much for the 5. You absolute legend. Thank you very much. Hey, Tech Tricks. Can you tell if you're still in the queue or you missed your review? I can absolutely tell you that. 1 second. Let me just open it, because I have the whole list here. Tech Tricks, you are not in the queue. You are not in the queue. You click the pinned message. Pinned message should also lead to the same thing. Yeah, it does. Both of those seem to work on my end, so I'm not sure why they don't work on your ends. No, so Tech Tricks, every month it automatically resets. So if you did not sign up last month, then yeah, that is why. It's Rochion. Okay, Rochion. I will remember that one. Thank you very, very much. Hey, Ashley, how are you doing? Thank you so much for the follow, you absolute legend. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing amazing. And Michael, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. You got to the forum? Fantastic. Yeah, we have quite a few people on there, as I said, about 43, but that is still a lot less than we normally have on there. So that is going to be lovely. Let me just grab all the names. I will also be doing a very special review later. I'm just letting you guys know. Stop spinning. This doesn't count. No. I accidentally clicked the wheel of names instead of, you know, adding the names. We do need to add the names. We will be doing a very special review later because, and Frosty doesn't know this either, I will be reviewing Frosty Pie later today. Once she comes back from picking up the little one, I will review Frosty Pie. Because I'm sure you all are eager to hear me absolutely rip my wife a new one and just not hold back in the slightest. Hey D, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing fantastic. We are gonna have a good time. Yeah, I'm doing a lot better actually. So I was quite ill over the last week. Like last Thursday is where I got really ill. And then I tried streaming on Saturday and it went okay. But then I just got more ill. And I just had to take some days off to recover. Now I'm feeling better, which is nice. Not completely back yet, as you guys may be able to hear. But you know what? It's okay. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. Hey, Susan, how are you? Hope you're doing well as well. Hope you're having a wonderful day. There has been quite a lot of streamer news over the last few weeks that I have not been able to address yet. First off, what are we all thinking? How many of you have cancelled your Xbox or your, what's it called? Xbox Game Pass? How many of you have cancelled? Probably quite a bit if you had it to start with. Otherwise, you might want to check the prices on those. Oh yeah, that's just not been updated, Tech Tricks. Yeah, I was supposed to do the 2nd September stream last week, but I got ill, didn't get the chance for it. I had to cancel as well because of work. So don't worry about those. This sheet is only for today. Tomorrow I will post the sign up sheet for October. Hey Amanda, hey Maria, how you guys doing? Hope you're doing well. You've been playing the Black Ops 7 beta. Nice. Yeah, but I mean, you know what? That's part of it, isn't it, Jay? Isn't it? Yeah, I'm doing really, really well now. I am really excited. You know what's also happening next week? Is it next week? Is it the week after? You know what's happening in 2 weeks? TwitchCon San Diego. And I am expecting lots and lots of news. Guys, thank you all so much for the hype train. Thank you very much. That is too kind. That will be happening in 2 weeks. Anybody going? I'm not. Not this year. Maybe next year. I'm going to try and be there next year. I think it could be really good fun. I've never been to the US myself either, so that would definitely be interesting. That would definitely be interesting. Let's see. Shall we see? Do I have everything open? Do I have everything ready? I think I have everything ready. Shall we go and have a look to see if we can do a little stream review? That could be quite fun, I think. I'd be quite ready for that one. Let me just do that. And then we are gonna go over to the other side and let's give it a bit of a spin. We have 41 names. That seems like a lot. Surely we have more than 40 people signed up at that point. Yeah, we do. Okay, we're almost at 50. Let me see. I think, Michael, you are already signed up for this month. Let me just sort these so I can see. And Jan, you are as well. So it's just Tech Tricks that I need to add then. And then we are gonna spin. We are gonna spin for the first name. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, Boanur, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing absolutely amazing today. It's Sulce. Sulce, let's have a little look-see, shall we? Where are you? There you are. Your major issue, as you are stating right here, is getting views. Let's pull you up then. You are not live at the moment, which is positive because that means I can actually review you. and we will have a gander at your channel in just a moment. Hey, Breestify, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well as well. Hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. Look at that. Oh shit, that's kind of cool. I hadn't seen this yet. Look at that. You can now earn badges by clipping for other people. If it gets 100 views, you get a purple badge, 10,000 views, a silver badge, and 100,000 views, a gold badge. That's really, really awesome. I like that. That's pretty cool. Okay. Well, that means we are going to jump in. Let's have a look-see. Hey, Adam. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing absolutely amazing. Hey, darling hideout. Hope you're doing well as well. I'm doing fantastic. Thank you very much for asking. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. We are going to jump in. Solche is right here. Let's have a look. So, Solche streams one game and one game only. It's F1 25 at the moment. And let's see. Initially, I see a few things that need to be highlighted. The first thing that we need to highlight is very simple. You've not changed your channel color. We have purple here on the right-hand side. Purple as the signs, or the color here. Those, I don't think, have been changed. Try and always make sure that those align with your brand. Similarly, when you're doing your branding and when you're looking at the different colors and that sort of stuff, it's really important to try and to create a coherent or unified look for your stream. Now, I fully understand that when you're just starting, that's a little bit harder to do. But when you then have a profile picture, which is black and yellow, black and orange, I would like to see those colors come back in your banner and in your channel color as well. Second thing that I want to say is with your profile picture, it is really hard to see what's actually on the picture. I think it's a bear. It seems to be a bear. But because it's so small and your name is completely in there, which is also almost illegible, I would personally either zoom in, make it just a bear, no name, or go for something else. Maybe just if you have your face on camera anyway, why not your face? That's always a good idea. TC Rotterdam was enough to keep you going for a while. I'm going to be back there again next year. Bun. Jam bun. I'm absolutely going to be back there next year. I'm really looking forward to it already. TKD stands for Taekwondo. You don't do that now? That's fine, right? You still have done it in the past. And if your channel is about Taekwondo, then definitely keep that. Hey, Vamor. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing fantastic. Hope you're having a good day. Let's see. So that is just from the front page here. We have multiple options here. Okay. Let's first look at your about page. What do we have here? So here, once again, you have the exact same conundrum. Where your profile picture has orange and black. Here, your panels all have red and black. And while I do like the sort of geometric, very flat design that fits very well with sort of the first or the F1 racer vibe, I'm not sure that it fits with the rest. And I think that is something which could just bring everything together to make your stream look really, really good. And again, the same counts for this right bar. Imagine if this was, let's say that you choose red. If this is red, the whole thing comes together because these also can be turned into red. You have one that's blue here, an uncolored one, just a purple one there. It just feels like a way to go. And to have that all unified into one color. I do see Discord, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all very, very good signs. However, what are we missing? There's no business email. Guys, I can't hammer on this enough. You need a business email. No matter how small you are as a streamer, you want to make sure that you can run all your business stuff for Twitch through a business email so it doesn't get lost in your private email. And so you know when there are other designers or game devs that might say, hey, this is the right person to promote our game with. Make sure you add a business email. It doesn't have to be hard. It can just be mybusiness@gmail.com or your username at gmail.com. That is fine. Just make a specific email and make it just for your Twitch stuff. Hey, Eduardo, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing absolutely amazing. Hope you're doing fantastic. For the rest, let's have a look at your about itself. I'm Silche, first sim racing streamer from Albania. I stream for the love of the game and good vibes only. Catch me racing in F1, building and battling in Fortnite, or diving into epic story games. No stress, just laughs, gameplay, and a great time with the community. Hit follow and hang out. So, I'm reading this. And I'm reading the first line. You're saying you're a first sim racing streamer. Are you the first from Albania? Because that is kind of cool. Or do you mean you're a Formula 1 racing sim streamer? Similarly, when I read the rest of this, it just strikes me as AI. There's no energy. There's no pizzazz. Also, there's no Fortnite or epic story games. Because all you've streamed is F1. If you're gonna do something like this, you really should nail down what you're going to stream and make sure to communicate that in your about. This feels not very personal. Like, we don't know anything more about who you are based on this. And that's what the About Me is all about. It needs to be about you as a person. And to give us a bit of an idea who we're hanging out with. So make sure you add that little bit of pizzazz. Maybe you have a really interesting job. Maybe you believe something very controversial about F1, right? Maybe you think that Schumacher is better than Verstappen. I don't know. I'm just naming names. I don't know F1. Put that in there. Give us something that tempts us into a conversation with you. Yeah, I'm doing really well, Eduardo. I'm doing really, really well. We should see if he has a set schedule. We will do that in just a moment, Adam. For the rest, I think this is fairly okay. You have your about, you have your Discord. I would like to see that you copy these, so TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, put them here as well. Make sure that there are links underneath each of the images, and you should be golden. It feels like F1 is a thing, and Fortnite is something now, and again with this... Yeah, I just feel like if you can make this one very clearly described thing, it is much more likely that people are going to hang out. Because they see something and they're like, okay, I kind of like all these things. I like F1. I see something I want to have a chat about. Good choice. Like, make that one thing. For the rest, you like football and you like racing. That's fair. That's a good thing to communicate, right? Gives people something to talk about. But let's have a look at your schedule. Okay. Yeah, there's no set schedule. Nope. Just none. Okay, if you want to make sure that you can set your schedule, what you do is you go to your creator dashboard, right? You go into your settings, into, I think it's stream. 1 second. Nope. Other one, channel. Look, you go into your channel, you go into schedule, and this is where you can set your standard schedule for the week. All you need to do is just press add stream, say what you're in for. You could just basically saying Content Delta is live. Of course, you guys don't say Content Delta is live. If you say Content Delta is live, that might be a lie. You guys are going to be live. Anyway, you don't even need to set a category. You just go Monday, when do you start in your time zone? Let's say 5 p.m. How long are you going to go for? Until I'm going to go for 6 hours. And you go save changes. And now it's here. What that does is it shows people when they go to your schedule when you are going to be live. Meaning that you can actually show to other people when you're going to be live, and they can be there with you at that time. And getting people into a rhythm that they are with you every single time you go live is a very strong way to get people to bind to you and therefore create that audience. Hey Maya, how are you doing? Hey Hawk of Kings, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing absolutely amazing. But that's super easy to set up. Do I have a list ready that you're reviewing? You started your channel about a month ago. You have to sign up in the link down below, Eduardo. Hey, Jade, how are you doing? Congrats, that's awesome. Nearly 4K watch hours. That is really, really awesome. Well done, well done. Let's have a look. We have 8 days ago, we had the last stream that was Thursday, sort of 8-ish till just past 10-ish. It's about 2 hours. Then we had one on Friday starting 11:30-ish till 2:30-ish. And that was your first stream. No, that can't be. That's how long it saved it. Okay, so you stream about once per week. I would say that if you're trying to grow your stream and you're trying to grow it consistently without relying on luck, you need to go live 3 to 4 times a week for 3 to 4 hours. Just going live once a week for 2 hours is not going to make people find you, which means that you're much more reliant on something like YouTube or TikTok to find you viewers, to spread on those platforms, and then bring those people with you to Twitch. Now, that is definitely a possibility. However, it is not an easy trajectory. I would definitely increase the amount of time that you're going live, if at all possible. Make sure that that is at a fixed time for a somewhat fixed length. And then what you're going to do is you're going to use clips from your stream to make videos and clips on other platforms. Can you only edit your schedule from the desktop side, not on mobile? Possibly, NASCAR. Doing great as you took a short break from making content to redo your desk setup, as well as rebuilding your gaming PC into a new PC case. Let's go, Hawk of Kings. That is awesome. And Libra, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing amazing. I am definitely still recovering from a massive cold. But for the rest, I am doing well. How are you doing? All my reviews go on YouTube? Yes, they do, Frozen Echo. Yes, they do. A little soggy from the school run. Understandable. Understandable. It started raining just as I got home, so I was so freaking happy that I wasn't getting just completely rained on, honestly. It was... yeah, I was really, really happy that was not the case. By the way, why is my TTS not up? If you guys want to ask questions, you guys need to be able to ask questions. One sec. Probably want my TTS widget to be visible. Where are you? There you are. Very nice. But yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. And Scooby, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing amazing. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Guys, that means it's time for us to listen to a little bit of a stream. Now, there are two to choose from. One is almost 3 hours. One is 2 hours. I'm thinking I'm going to go for the newest one. It's not often that I pick the newest one, but I think it's a good idea for this one. And then what we are going to do is we are going to silence the music. We're going to unmute on Twitch. The music. We're not going to unmute on Twitch. Because apparently I am not muted myself. Please stop. Thank you very much. Now we're going to unmute on Twitch. We're going to pick somewhere completely random in the middle. Preferably where we're not waiting in a lobby. So we'll go there-ish. And that is where we are going... I immediately notice one of the biggest sins of streaming. Also, hey Nikolai, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I haven't even pressed the play button yet. Why phone? You on phone means you not entertaining. That's how simple it is, unless it's an emergency. Put the phone out of the room if you have to. Honestly. Okay, now we're actually going to listen.
Vallahi. This won't be fun. Nuk e di, ka 2 ditë që e kam bërë kështu gara dhe online në Australi e budalli që është shok, nuk ka vetëm kaosësh.
Pe di, orë plak, qa në rrugë qyteti, janë kaos. Unë nuk I du të lloj pistash, jam më të shpifur.
That is definitely not English, which makes this a little more difficult. I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit.
We've dropped to P11.
Ja, më kala. Që ka outlap.
Yeah. Okay. Guys, it's ads. I'm quickly gonna grab some water. I'll be right back. I'll be just a moment. And we're back. Let's see, ads are over, so let's make sure we chat about this one. So, as we were watching, very simple, right from the start. And Rochion, thank you so much for the follow over here on Twitch as well. Thank you very much. There's a few things we can talk about here. But first, can I just highlight that I absolutely love the layout of the stream? It is such a nice minimalistic stream. There's not too much going on. It feels really clean with just the camera and just the game on the screen. It doesn't feel like there's too much on there, and it doesn't feel like there's too much going on, really. So I quite like that part. Now, even with a game such as sim racing, I know it is hard, but you are streaming. Streaming does not mean just going live, like going online and showing your game off. You are making it a show. The fact that this can happen where you race through here, and I believe it's in a few seconds that you completely spin out, or were we already past that part? We may already be past that part. At a certain point, you just completely spin out. Here. You come driving in. You completely spin out. And there is zero reaction. You sort of shake your head a little bit, but because of the size of your camera and the location of your camera, you also get into the problem that we actually don't see you all that well. So we need to get a reaction. You need to talk. What happened there? Why did you spin? Did you hit one of the corners? Did you not take your speed back quick enough? That sort of stuff you need to be talking about all the time. The more you talk, the more you set yourself off from everybody else that does F1 streaming. Because the game is available to everyone. The only thing that is different between you and another person streaming this game is you. Rochion, not you coming in and just following and immediately subscribing. Thank you very, very much. Enjoy the 30 days of ad-free viewing. Enjoy the 30 days of emotes. It is just so important with this stuff, with everything that you stream, that communication, the ABCs, always be chatting, needs to come first. Always. Yeah, there will be times where you lock in, let's say that you are second place in an actual tournament and you just go, okay, now we're going for it, right? Now I need to focus. Then vocalize that and show that. Yeah, the ABC of streaming is incredibly important. Because it's true, always be chatting. Always be chatting. You need to be able to constantly entertain. That's why you're there. There are only 3 reasons to stream, guys. 1, you're an entertainer. 2, you're an educator. Or 3, you are extremely inspiring. And 9 out of 10 times, for smaller streamers, unless you have a specific area of expertise, you are an entertainer. So make sure you entertain. Like, I'm an educator. I have a little bit of a different role. I know there's somebody called Tiny Toxic Tofu and Mahoodles who have other educational things, physics and mathematics, and they have a completely different way of educating. But they also have a different way of streaming than most of the people that stream, who are all entertainers. You have a man bun, does that count? Do you do yoga on stream? Because otherwise, no. It's likely the absolute hardest thing to get used to from what you've heard. It is Tech Tricks. Like, talking to a camera is hard. It's really, really hard. Right? It's being able to communicate with a camera, looking at a camera and not feeling dumb. Not feeling like you really, why are you doing this kind of thing? A double. Thank you very much. You're the best. Frosty just brought me 2 teas. It's great. But yeah, that is really, really hard. I'm jealous of any head of hair. Look, Tio, there's no reason to call me out like that, okay? I'm just sitting here trying to help people, and you go attack my egg. It's fine. It's fine. I forgive you. Hey, Kissy, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing amazing. I showed up on your recommended channels. Well, welcome in. If you don't know what I do, my name is Barry Epps. This channel is called Content Delta. It is the Twitch channel that mirrors my YouTube channel, where I try and help other streamers grow their stream. On my main channel, I have achieved Twitch Partner, and now I am trying to help people achieve the same thing and learn things about streaming as a business. My day is going great. Also a little bit under the weather, but I am recovering. Luckily, I was so ill at the start of the week. My suggestions for you, though, Solche, because I do think that is important to finish this review off with, is take your camera, cut away the window. We don't need to... If you're not gonna cut away the window, put like a clown's head over here for Halloween that constantly looks in and scares the absolute bejesus out of you every time you accidentally look out your window. But yeah, cut that all the way to back here and then move this to here. That gives us a much better indication of you. We want to be able to see you. That is so important. And here you're just sort of stuffed away. Hey, Swaggy Zebra, how are you doing? How do you apply for me to check out the streams? Very simple. There's a link pinned in the Twitch chat or in the description on YouTube, where I just got the exact same question. And you can sign up there. Hey, Tomo, how you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. You're just getting your channel set up now. Think everything is ready. Just waiting for your mic to arrive. Let's go. That is awesome. What a way to start. That is fantastic. Hey, Thomas, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. And Spartan, how are you? Hope you're doing well as well. Hope you're doing amazing. Thank you very much, Kissy Sensei. That's fantastic. I'm looking forward to seeing your channel. How do streamers deal with getting sick, and how do they deal with vacations? Frosty. Okay, this is just apparently, right? So Frosty Pie is my wife, who you can hear laughing. But also, it's apparently just put Barry on blast day. Yeah, terribly. We deal with it terribly. So, first off, you have to think of this in two different directions. On the one hand, as a business, right? The business of streaming is put on hold. You're pulling the handbrake, and for a week, you can't do anything to make content for other people. So you are not creating any products. You are going to lose out on revenue, which, especially if you're doing this full time, which I'm luckily not, that can become a problem. Now, let's leave that aside, right? Let's not think about that end. Let's think about the creative process of streaming and making videos and making shorts. If you are sick for a week, you can't bring yourself to making that sort of content. You can't be entertaining. You sound like you have, stuffed 2 blocks of soap up your nose, and you're just waiting for it to come out squeaky clean. You're just sitting there and you're waiting for that to happen, and that also feels really bad because you want to make content, you want to go live. We all started with this because it is one of the freaking most amazing things that you can do. At least for me it is. I freaking love live streaming, right? This is my passion. I love doing it. I love being knowledgeable in it, and I try and help you guys gain that knowledge too. Absolutely love it. But when I can then not make videos, can't write, can't get my brain around that, that is really, really hard. That is really, really, really hard. If it's a vacation, that's different. If I plan to take a week off, then I will make a video a week earlier, and I'll schedule all the shorts, and I don't have to think about anything except 2 live streams, which I am missing, but I'm making the choice. Being forced to take it off is terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Terrible feeling. There's a question if you can attend the 12th or the 26th. Yeah, I was ill last week, Swaggy, so I didn't actually stream. So that is still the old list, but that is the list I'm using at the moment. So just sign up there. Doing great, Spartan. Doing really, really well. Thank you very much. We are slowly recovering. Yes, Frosty. What? Okay. Could I have some honey, please? How will you know what day it is? It is today, Swaggy. That list is for today and only today. The new list will be put on the Discord tomorrow. Yeah, so I've been ill, quite ill, and my throat is still a little bit troubled, which is why I am putting a little bit of honey in my tea so the throat stays lubricated, as they say, and I can continue talking, which is a big win for the spoon as well. You're the best. I'll see you when you come back with the baby. Let's see. Well, that doesn't limit much. Frosty just told me not to do anything she wouldn't do. My tea may not be done steeping. It's fine. Hey, King, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing amazing. Hey, Hi-Fi, how are you? Okay, I do have a TTS, so let's listen to it.
Libralini says still working on my transition for alerts over to OBS, and I have all the visuals sorted. However, the TTS aspect is being iffy. Is there a way to determine which of the different resub, gift sub, etc. options has the ability to pull TTS from the input box?
Still working on your transition for alerts over to OBS. You've all the visuals sorted, however, the TTS aspect is being iffy. Is there a way to determine which of the different resub, gift sub, etc. options has the ability to pull TTS from the input box? Yes. So, I will show you quickly how to do this. Let me just... If you go to streamer.bot, right? You go to the docs, and you go to the guide, and in the guide you search for something like resub. Then you look for the triggers, Twitch resubscription, for example. And you can see every single parameter that it gives you. So you can see that there is cumulative, there is it multi-month, is it a streak, what tier is it at, but also it will show you, let me see, somewhere, is it Twitch chat? Input number, which is the number of words that are put in there, but which you can use, but you can also grab raw input. And this is, you can always see exactly what populates on this page. So if you want to grab the resub message from chat, then you can do that. Then you can absolutely do that with the raw input. Similarly with bits, you can do the exact same thing. So you just search for bits, and then it's, oh no, sorry, it's called cheer, isn't it? Twitch chat cheer. You go down, and then you'll see that for the chat variables, there is once again a raw input, but there is also a message, and a message cheer modes stripped. That removes all the cheer emotes, so if somebody does one, like 100 times, it doesn't start with, you know, birthday cake 1, 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 until it's spoken all of those and then gives you the message. So this just removes all those sort of emotes that people can do for the bits. Yeah, so for resub, you need to use raw input. For this, for bits, you use message. And just, you need to check that for everyone, because it changes ever so slightly for the different ones. So definitely keep an eye out for that. But with that, we have completed the review for Solche. Very nice indeed. And I am going to see who else I need to add onto the list. Kissy, Darling Hideout, Event, and Mr. Old Fart are being added to the list. Let me just quickly make sure there are no doubles. There are not. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Yeah, exactly. And you can check that for every single one, Libra. And you need to, actually, because some of them also have, like, from YouTube, it is different. For if you want to still do your cheers through Stream Elements, or sorry, your donations through Stream Elements or Ko-fi, then it becomes dono message or tip message. So it changes for every single input. Yeah, you have to keep an eye on that. There goes your birthday cake 1 message. Yeah, but it's just because sometimes people do like 100 bits for 5 times or only once. No, don't write it down. Streamer.bot, docs, guide, look it up. That's the best place to do it. Just look for the trigger you are using, and you'll be fine. We're going to spin the wheel, and then we do the other TTS, and then we'll go. Oh, Mr. Old Fart. Look at you being lucky. Holy crap. Okay, let's listen to the TTS while I find you and get you all set up.
Hi-Fi420 says long time, first time. When I ban someone from Twitch, does it reset or delete the follow and or subs and their streak info?
Ooh, that is an excellent question. That is an excellent question. Does it remove their follow? Yes. It absolutely should. Does it remove their sub streak? I don't think it does. Not on Twitch, nor in StreamerBot. I think their oh no, wait. Their follow does not get removed. The only way to remove their follow as well is to block them. Which is like /block. But you can do that without banning them as well. The sub streak definitely disappears because they can't sub anymore. Right? Because they can't interact with your stream. Hey, Light Wraith, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. Hey, Strong Cat, how are you? Hope you're doing fantastic. At least banned people can't watch the stream anymore if you turn that on. If you don't turn that on, they can still watch it. Yeah. Which I'm okay with. I'm not a big... I don't really care if people watch me or not. If they're banned, I don't care. A ban would not be something to play games with then. No. What do they see when banned? Either your stream, or they will see a message saying that they are banned and can no longer watch something. I'm slowly feeling better, Light Wraith. Right now, it's just an extreme back pain when I sit for too long, so I need to stand up once in a while. Yeah, that's the main thing at the moment. Hey, Bogdanu, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing amazing. Yeah, no, I don't ban for fun. I only time people out for fun. One of the other things that is really important... Okay, look. If you are using Twitch's shared ban feature, which allows you to either automatically ban people that are banned in other channels or get a warning when people have been banned in other channels, there is a little bit of a problem. Look, if you ban someone and then unban them, they still count as banned in the other channel. Taking that from experience, mind you. I banned somebody in my chat, and then Ash Kapal, who I share my ban info with, got a message saying this person has been banned by Barry. Please take care. Just as a warning that they're flagged. Brilliant. There's a setting where you can pick to where they can still watch but not chat, or you can leave it so they can't see or do anything. Correct. Absolutely correct. When it comes to bots that advertise follows or stream graphics, should you ban them? Absolutely, Alpha Panda. Get rid of them. They're scammers. No. They are not trying to sell you anything. They are trying to get your money and never deliver. Just ban them. Get rid of them. I was curious, how many followers should someone have to consider running a subathon? Don't think in followers. Think in average viewers. Because if you're going to go from followers, there are people with 10,000 followers that get 10 average viewers, and there are people with 500 followers that get hundreds of average viewers. Honestly, you need to do a subathon when you think you have a good reason for it, and nothing else. Personally, I'm not a big fan of a subathon. I do a yearly thing called a killathon, which is like a subathon, but it's limited and sort of in a very different way. But it's up to you. It's up to you. Did you see that YouTubers just gave users the ability to hide all end screens? Wait, what? Chance? Can you DM that info to me, please? You have me on Discord, right? Yeah, just send it to me on Discord or Twitch. Just let me know when you send it and where. It just takes one viewer to give a lot of subs. Okay, the problem that I have, especially early on with subathons, is while they can be encouraging to get people to while it can be encouraging for people to give extra subs or give extra bits, especially when you're a small streamer, that is not where your focus should be. Your focus should be on growing your channel. Your focus should be on getting more people into your audience, not getting more money. Because if you're starting out very early on doing it for the money, you're not going to make it anyway. Sorry, not sorry. You need to feel passionate about the thing. You need to feel passionate about the thing. 100%. And when you can invest that much time and energy into growing a channel and growing as a streamer, then you will suddenly feel like a subathon isn't really worth it anymore. Like, yeah, it can give a nice little bonus, right? But do them for special events. Do them because you suddenly had a high bill, or do them because you want to go to TwitchCon San Diego while in Europe, or to the Europe one while in the US, or vice versa, and make it an event. But for me, a subathon, my killathon, honestly, this is not a joke, right? In my killathons, which are usually 3 days, 12 hours per day, 36 hours in a row. I pause, by the way, when I go to sleep so that my content stays good. Yeah, I spend more money on giving away games, Steam gift cards, consoles, that sort of stuff, than I make from it. And that's what it is for me. It is a celebration for my community. But you know what? If you do want to do a subathon, you know, no hard feelings. I'm not going to blame you for it. I think it's a fairly normal thing to do on Twitch nowadays. It's just, I feel like it needs to be special. I just read that Asmongold said he would do a reverse subathon. People sub to get to him to stay off the internet. You know why he does that, right? He does that because Kai Cenat just did his Mafia-thon. No. It's because of Kai Cenat hitting 1 million subs during his subathon. Which, by the way, also ridiculous. 1 million subs at 70-30 is over $3.5 million. Just saying. Which is, I mean, that's insane. That's just insane. What you do yearly around Halloween is a multi-day mega collab where you invite other content creators to play multiplayer games like Mario Kart, Zelda randomizers, Luigi's Mansion 2 and Luigi's Mansion 3. That's really cool though. I like that. I like that as a way of celebration. Yeah, no, absolutely. Checking my loots. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing amazing. Let me see. Just gonna have a quick look if Chance has messaged me. Not yet, it seems. That's fair. That's fair. In the meantime, we are gonna have ourselves. You left the Discord. That's fine. You can literally add me and DM me. That's a-okay. Or go !Discord and grab the link to the Content Delta one. You get ads on Twitch, so mute Twitch and unmute YouTube. And as you're doing it, ads start there. Oh god, that's brilliant. Had to pop away for a moment. Doing good. I'm doing really well, Strong Cat. I'm doing really well. But we are going to be reviewing Mr. Old Fart. You're right here. You have 23 followers. Like, immediately, I see your background. I see the stream starting soon screen, the be right back screen. You know what it immediately reminds me of? 1990s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It really feels like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles style of art from the 90s cartoon, and I love it. That's great. That's really, really cool. Nicely colored here. Green on the side. Got the green here. Got a profile picture, which I think is you. Yeah, very good. Very, very good. We have Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, Clover Pit, World of Warships, World of Tanks. We have a little Marvel Rivals here as well. Very cool, very cool. Let's zoom in so we can actually see what's being said here. What you see is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air themed. Oh, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Juno Wang, thank you so much for the raid, you absolute legend. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing amazing. Thank you. Is this the video only, or do they have a written part as well?
What's up, Insider?
Creator Insider. Option to hide end screens. Okay, let's quickly have a look at this, because I haven't seen this yet, and this is interesting. Hey, Kirito, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing amazing. Tuna Wing, I'm doing fantastic. What were you playing? Tell me all about it. Tell me all about it. We're adding a hide button that allows you to dismiss end screens on videos. If end screens show up when you have finished watching content, you can tap the hide button in the top right corner of the video player to hide them from the current video. Selecting this button will only hide end screens for the current video. To bring end screens back, you can tap show after they're hidden. That's not bad. That's not bad. You know what that is? You know what that is? That is when people put the end screens on the screen and then still go on for 10 seconds, 20 seconds showing things. So that doesn't get blocked. This I'm actually okay with. For viewers, this is a massive plus. So I'm good with that. We're removing the subscribe button that appears when you hover your cursor over a video's branded watermark. Since there's already a subscribe button directly below the player, we're removing the additional subscribe button to simplify and improve the viewing experience. Probably good. Yeah, exactly, Hi-Fi. Like, I specifically, right, on my videos, I go, check out the video right here, and I always put the little square so it doesn't cover me. And then I have another button over here that says, that's my, like, the subscribe link, so that it doesn't block me. But I know a lot of people that don't take care of that. If people go out of their way, hide it, they probably won't click the end screen anyway. That's exactly it. That is exactly it. Hey, B-Tech. Hey, Tash. How you guys doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing amazing. Giving users the option to hide end screens resulted in less than 1.5% decrease in views. Oh yeah, that's fine. That's okay. I get it. No, this is okay. I don't see an issue with this. You have your pen and paper out? Let's go, B-Tech. It sounded like they were making an option to hide all. Yeah, no, it's all good, right? That's all fine. That happens, chance. But we've got to look at it, which is always good. You have a 15-second thank you end screen for that. See, Hi-Fi, I don't do that because that is 15 seconds of average view duration that you're killing. And that can be the difference between, like, 64% and 66%. And let's say that YouTube has a cutout at 65. It can be quite significant. Let's see. Quick question from Bogdanu, and then we'll get back to Mr. Oldfart. Should I consider doing long-form content? Probably. Kind of time constrained, and you post one short every 2 days. They get around 5k to 10k on YouTube, but it doesn't seem like it brings any viewers to your lives. First off, 5 to 10k on shorts is pretty damn good. That is pretty impressive, in all honesty. Like, that's a good baseline to start from. It doesn't seem like it brings any viewers to your live. Lower the number of short and post long form content, or what should you do? You should stop trying. Okay. This is a bit of a misconception, right? I need to bring the paint out for this one. Look, I know that I very often make the funnel, right? With 3 different tiers, where here you have YouTube, and you want people to jump in YouTube, and then once they are in YouTube, they need to come through to the second layer, which is Twitch. But actually, there's a bit of detail that I'm sweeping under the rug here. Because as you are getting 10,000 views over here, but 0 people coming through on Twitch, you are absolutely building your audience on YouTube as well. Right? And that is what you want, because if anything goes wrong on Twitch, and at any point you lose your channel, you still have a second channel to work with. Now, let's say that you get 10,000 views per short. And let's say that you post, you say a short every 2 days. Then in about a month, you get 150,000 eyeballs on your shorts. Let's say that every month, 1 person joins your channel. That is still better than when you don't do this. When you don't post shorts. So yes, you're trying to grow your Twitch using short form content, but you have to also realize that you're building multiple pillars of content and multiple platforms. In fact, just a little bit of an example here, right? I make YouTube videos, I am live on Twitch, and I have a TikTok channel. Those are my 3 channels that I really work on. When I look at my emails, I really thought that YouTube was gonna be the place for me. I really thought that out of these 3 channels, that YouTube was going to be the thing where I was like, oh yeah, you know, that's gonna grow big. That might one day pay my bills. You want to know the funny thing? I thought it was going to be YouTube. Turns out, most of the sponsorship offers that I get are for TikTok. Because there are very few people that do what I do on TikTok. And most of the people just want short form content. And I'm like, okay, if that's the way to go, why not? Why not post stuff on TikTok? Why not post stuff on YouTube? You don't know. Maybe in 6 months, people will approach you for your YouTube stuff instead. And Twitch is just going to be this fun thing. It just takes the pressure off. You now work on 3 different channels, and all 3 of them will grow. That's a key thing. I think that's really good. As short form media, what are the pros and cons of each TikTok and YouTube Shorts? Different algorithms, different cultures. TikTok is way younger in demographic than YouTube Shorts. On top of that, what should I say? I mean, on top of that, I think TikTok has a better reach. While YouTube is more likely to bring back the same viewers again and again and again. See, Bogdanu, I have that exactly the other way around. For me, most of my videos get much more views on TikTok than they do on YouTube. Which I don't understand why. It just is life on the platforms. Also, Candy White, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. You wish that Twitch had a search algorithm that was even an iota as good as YouTube? Community on Twitch is significantly better than YouTube, but discoverability is non-existent. Completely correct. Completely correct. Okay, Mr. Oldfart, we're going back to you. We're going back to you. Let's see. We have ourselves... I mean, look at those. I absolutely love this. Have you made those yourself, the banners? I really, really like them. This is brilliantly designed. Very clear. Very nice to look at. Love it. That's really, really cool. Yeah, let's have a look at your about. Old school gamer, poning noob since dial-up, wins, fails, and laughs daily. Business email. I know you're very new. You started streaming this month. Business email, please. Add the business email. You designed these yourself. You know what? I think that's incredible. I think that is really, really cool. And it looks amazing. I would almost wager to say you might be a professional. Because they genuinely, the colors, the way that everything just flows. Fantastic. Really, really cool. Really, really cool. Okay. You have YouTube, X, Discord, Facebook. I would like to see those in banners up here as well. But on the other side, other end, I'm not sure. I think you might be the only exception that I've ever had so far where I say don't put any more banners down here. Because of the spacing that you have on your banners, it looks super, super clean. Look, you've clearly put like time and effort into writing these down. I like it. It looks really good. That's all I can say on this one. I will say, just a quick tip, right? If you're gonna put your PC specs here, make sure there are Amazon links behind that. Declare them as, you know, supported links. And if people buy something because they click on these, there you go. You get a few extra pennies. Also, 48 gigabyte of RAM. I'm jealous. I have 32, and that's where it ends. Let's have a look, eh? Your schedule says you're online most days. Most times. If you see me, great. If not, I probably fell into a rabbit hole of YouTube conspiracies. That's really funny. That's really funny. You are bringing a lot of personality to this, and it feels really, really good. Like, this feels like you know what entertainment is, and you know how to make things entertaining. I think that's really well done. Let's look at your schedule. So, same counts for you. Try and put a schedule in here so that we can actually see what your schedule is. You can do that in your back office. I'll show it again. Go to Creator Dashboard. Go to your Settings, Channel, Schedule. Make sure your schedule's set up here. If you don't have a fixed start time, that's fine. Just make sure that there is a schedule if you do. Hey, Jitteru, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing fantastic. Hey, Caleb, how are you? Hope you're having a good day as well. And Nolly, how are you? You and your partner stream together and you share YouTube for Shorts, which makes it possible to push out content daily. We also have individual YouTube for VODs, but I'm not convinced if it's the way to go. Should we split and push the shorts on individual YouTube channels instead, even if they would not be posted on a daily basis? What is your YouTube for? Is your YouTube's main goal to find more viewers for your stream, as in widen your audience reach? Then just post it on the same channel, right? You have a 2-person streaming channel, make it a 2-person YouTube, and make them really interlinked. If you guys are planning to start separate channels and have this channel as a sort of combined channel, at that point, the best thing to do is to put your solo shorts on your own channel and put the other shorts on the combined channel. I think that's the best way to go there. I'm not sure though, because maybe... Look, there's 2 ways to go here. On the one hand, you could either post all your shorts that are solo on separate channels, or you could post them all on the same channel because you guys are doing the same brand, and then once you decide, oh, well, maybe we are going to go and stream on our own channels as well. Look, here are our new channels. We're going to be live on all 3. Now you go in and say, well, we also have these extra ones, right? We have these extra YouTube channels, these extra Twitch channels, which you can then push on your combined YouTube channels to get people to get viewers in. That's definitely worth it, Bogdanu. Yep, 100%. Hawk of Kings, thank you for popping over to Twitch as well, you absolute legend. And the stream reviews are going really, really well, actually. We're on our second one for the evening. We're having fun with it. Yeah, I'm also looking at doing some upgrades to the channel. Don't worry about it. I think that's something nobody ever stops with. Now we have to look at your actual execution of the schedule. As we were saying, or what you were saying, you're online most days. That's an important one to remember. So, you were live twice this week. Once Monday, once Friday. Nightly! Nightly! Thank you so much for the resub, you absolute legend. How are you doing? Hope you're doing absolutely amazing. You know what, Caleb? If you use the link in the chat, then you can sign up for it. Absolutely you can. Just at work, if you need to work, lurk, I fully understand. But yeah, you do need to sign up there. If you sign up there, everything will be fine. Ignore the dates. The dates are for last week. It's because I was, you know, meant to be here. I got ill. It happens. Hey, Specking! Thank you for the raid, you legend. How was your stream? Oh, I'm gonna have to redo my whole office. Look, you guys see this giant thing over here? Wait, let me just quickly show y'all. You see this giant mic arm? I may have chosen to test out a new mic arm. Yeah. Bought this for my own money. To try and get less mic arm in the screen at all times. So I'm gonna try and set that up tomorrow. I also still have to mount my new lights because I was ill. I hadn't had the time for that. But it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be the same microphone, but it's gonna be a different one. I'm not gonna get rid of it, Decibel. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna move that over to my other desk. I have a second desk, and that is for recordings. Yeah. Otherwise, I would. You're giving Rimroll the try, makers. Any tips on that? Prepare to die. Again. And again. And again. And if you need any tips, ask in the Discord. What am I drinking? I am drinking... Wait, 1 second. I think this is apple and ginger tea. You know what, Chance? I have the original low-profile mic arm, and I hate it. I hate it so much. You know why? I can't do this. Because you can't move your microphone. In the slightest. And with the gas one, because it has the gas, I'm going to try it again. If I hate it, I'm sending it back. Stream started with a little bit of a fail because you started on the ending scene. Stream ending! Oh, wait. That's brilliant, though, Specking. Everybody does that. Everybody does that. You're on Dark Souls 3 now, though. That is awesome. That's really, really cool. Oh, speaking of, I forgot to do the giveaway last night. I just realized. Should probably fix that at some point. Yeah. What's my favorite type of tea? My favorite, like, I like a good rooibos tea. But my favorite type of tea has to be an Earl Grey. Simple, nice, boom. Just delicious. Yeah, I'm hoping that solves it. And also this microphone, because it has like a little peg, which it's mounted on. And hopefully that also means I have more of a chance to talk into the front of it, which is nice. You've got a cheapo arm coming. Hopefully it'll do the trick. That is awesome. Essina, thank you so much for the follow over on Kick. You absolute legend. You absolute legend. Let's see. So last week, we had Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. And we have 6 days here. And that is where you started, I think. I mean, starts at 8, ends at 2, so that's a good 4 hour. We have a good 4 hour here. Here you started a little bit late. That can happen once in a while. Then you have some earlier streams as well. Okay, I think the one thing I'm gonna give you right away, Mr. Oldfart, is try and make your schedule as predictable for your viewers as possible. Start on the same days, on the same times, and stream for a similar time. Asina, I am currently doing stream reviews for other streamers that are trying to grow their channels. And I think that would be nice because one of the things that that's going to do for you is it's going to get people in for your streams earlier. They're going to know when you start. They're going to know when you end. And they are going to show up every single time. That's how you get a really nice sort of inner audience. Core audience is what I'm trying to say. So try and really start 8 p.m. for me, 8 p.m. every day when you stream. And fix the days you are going to go live. It's better to have fewer fixed days than many or every day where you just go live whenever you can. Because that will lead to burnout. Let me see. At least you know you should add switching the scene at the start to the bot. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. You have 2 different arms. One for your Blue Yeti mic and the other for your webcam. I am currently staring at 1, 2, 3, 4. That one's not in use. No, that one is in use. 4 arms. I have one here. I have a microphone. Look. One thing that you guys don't see is that I have a second microphone right in front of me. It isn't working at the moment because it's disconnected, but it is in front of me. I have a camera hanging overhead as well. Not just burnout for the streamer, but for the viewers too. Yes. Although I find that viewers, if you keep switching game, don't burn out that quickly if your personality is way up there, but it does require significant training. Hello, where are my buttons? I may have just ruined this microphone a little bit. There it is, got it. And it's ads, which means it's TTS time. Let's listen.
B-Technician says, you know, I only use this for the most important questions, for the questions that I don't want to miss, and for this time my question is, how's the fam? Glad to see you are getting over your illness.
The fam is recovering. The fam is recovering. I am recovering. Everybody's getting better. Frosty is still quite ill. She got ill after me, so she's probably going to be okay in a few days. Freya is... Freya's my 9-month-old. She's turning into a menace, much like her mother. She can now stand and will grab anything that is on the table to take it off said table. And anything she should not put her hands on, she will put her hands on. There's nothing I can do about it. That's just... Yeah, she is 9 months, Knightley. It's been so quick. And I know that's normal, Mama Sugar, but when I'm still... Okay, in my mind, she's still the little potato that I brought home wrapped in a blanket the day she came from the hospital. When I now look over, it's like, why is there an actual miniature human sitting in my living room? She's supposed to stay a potato a little longer. It's fine, though. It's fine. We are going to go ahead and pick one of the streams here. I kind of want to do the Marvel Rivals one. The reason for that is that I know that is a hard one to talk through. Because it is very, very sort of quick. So, we're going to open it up. We're going to have a little look. Oh, competitive as well. With your ban phase. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, yep. Well, let's see how this is going to go. We're going to go somewhere in the middle. There seems good. And let's listen.
Where does the fucking... I've been killed by fucking Penny's mines. How does
Let me see. Your potato saw the 16 to 6'2".
That's kind of why I went around, because I didn't want to fucking... I've died like twice from that.
She's still a potato. Probably is. That potato grew legs. No. No. She does not look like a potato anymore.
He's already over there fucking dying.
Oh, okay. Getting a little bit of lag. Hey, Hot Mess, how are you doing? On the gameplay. And it just goes to a point with your FPS that feels... It feels a little bit jarring. That was quick.
They said they're reducing heals for...
Jessa, thank you so much for the follow. You absolute legend. Thank you very, very much.
They're buffing like, I think, Venom.
Okay, I'm gonna do a quick switch, and I quickly want to listen to the way that he talks. Thank you very much, Jessa. That is very kind of you to say. Thank you very much.
I hear this fucking guy, bro.
My time to shine. You're safe with us, honey. Squirrel on. That's it. Don't let anything stand in your way.
Okay. So, few things to talk about. One is the screen tearing. I think you need to try and maybe reduce the FPS on your game just a little bit. If you haven't gotten it capped now, cap it a little bit more. Jessa, if you want to sign up, it's either here in chat, in Discord, or on YouTube in the description of the live stream. Whichever you prefer. But I feel like I feel like the screen tearing is one of the worst problems here. For the rest, I think you sound pretty good. I would lower the volume of your game in OBS a little bit compared to your microphone. because I don't think it is easy enough to hear you speak. That needs to be adjusted a little bit. You always need to be louder than whatever sound otherwise is going on, be it music, be it the game, anything. I would also move your chat. If you want your chat on the screen, move it to the top here. Here there is no information. Here there is key information about the game. There are also chat options where you can show colors, which is going to make it easier for people that are chatting in your stream to be able to chat. You could use audio ducking to fix that? No, don't do that. Audio ducking is one of the worst things that you can add on your Twitch. Genuinely. One of the worst ones. Hey, Double XP, if you want to sign up, it is down in the description on YouTube. Click the link, follow the form, ignore that it says September. Hello. Okay, 2 minutes and I'll be there. The reason you don't want to use audio ducking is because what it's going to do is every time you talk, every time you breathe loudly, every time there's anything, it's going to lower the audio of your game. Wait for a little bit, and then once you stop talking, it goes back up. That is such a terrible experience for every single person involved. What is audio ducking? Audio ducking is if you, for example, have your game sound, which normally does this, and you have your voice, and it's sort of like you're quiet, and then you start talking, and then you're quiet, and then you start talking, and then you become quiet again. What audio ducking does is it looks at your voice or whatever you choose, but in most cases people use it for their voice, and once you start talking, it will lower the volume a little bit. And then it goes back to normal, and then it starts lowering again, and then goes back to normal. And that is, I would say, for most people, really, really jarring and really, really difficult to go through. But we are going to continue. There's a few more things I need to talk about. It's not consistent, no. And it lowers quite significantly. Yeah, it's an option you can use in OBS. But I will be right back, and then we'll continue this off. And then we'll continue this because there's a few more comments I want to make. And then we will be right back. I need to say hi to the Bubba that just came home. I will only be a moment. And we're back. Sorry about that. She's going to bed, so, you know. Let me see. You don't have an FPS cap at all. I would cap your FPS maybe to, like, whatever your screen is to start with. Right? If your screen is 144 hertz, cap it to that. If it's 60 hertz, cap it to that. 60 hertz is the most that you can see on Twitch and YouTube, by the way, I think. But the most important thing of all of this is that you make sure that you get enough FPS to play the game, while also making sure that you don't have too much FPS, that you're overloading your graphics card. That's really what we're looking at here. The other thing that I would say, I love your background. I think you did incredibly well showing off some of your personality. But in your camera, you are in maybe 30-40% of your screen. We need to see more of you. We need to see more you in the screen. It is so important that we get to see you, because you are the only thing, as I said earlier, you are the only thing that's different between any other person playing Marvel Rivals and you playing Marvel Rivals. So make it so that you fill that camera box. That's the only real comment that I want to add on to this. We need to see your reactions. We need to be able to see what you're thinking, talk to you, see if you, like, if you made a good play. I want to see you laugh. I want to see you smile. And that is harder when the screen is this small, especially on mobile. So cut out, like, most of the not you part and only show the you part. And that's going to look a lot better. You tried audio ducking for a while, but it didn't work for game versus mic. Can be useful for ducking teammates on stream if you have them in a separate source. That is useful. Yeah, agreed. That I would agree with. Okay, well, you know what? Mr. Old Fart, I hope you could use that. I hope that gave you a little bit to work with as you continue growing your camera, growing your stream. Jesus Christ. And I hope it goes well. I really do. Hey, Shake Your Booty, how you doing? No, so I have 2 channels. Yeah, dude, I have 2 channels. I have the Mathman EU channel, which is where I play games. And then I have this channel where I try and help other streamers grow their streams. Yes, just continue growing your camera. Bigger. It has to become bigger. Bigger, 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 bigger. I run 2 channels at the same time. Yeah, Shake Your Booty. I'm a busy man. I am very busy. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing amazing. We are going to go ahead and we are going to mark off Old Fart here, because we are going to add new names onto the wheel. Let's see. How far did we get? Sort. Copy. Paste. Sort. Do we have any doubles? No doubles. Fantastic. Then we are gonna do another we'll do another spin after I add some honey to my new cup of tea. That you just put him back on the list? No, I didn't. Oh, I did. Why did I do that? There we go. We're all good. No, you're on this one. You should. Did I not just copy you in? B-Tech. What? It didn't copy the names. There we go. That's better. Yep. Sure. It listened now. Let's give it... Oh, I have 2 times event. Let's give it a spin. Yeah, you can absolutely sign up, Shake. You can absolutely sign up. Flaming Phoenix. Flaming Phoenix, let's go have a look-see. See what you have for me. Twitch.tv. Wait, why am I doing that? I need to do that here. Let's see. You are saying that you are struggling with your general overlook, how and what to write on your channel as you play a big range of games. Well, let's go have a look-see, shall we? You have a few things you were talking about, and there are... Ooh, Alien Isolation. Now that is a game. Oh, love that. And SWTOR as well. Very nice. I like SWTOR. SWTOR is a good game. Elder Scrolls Online, I could never get into. Not my thing. But... Flaming Phoenix. This is your channel. Let's have a look. We have the colors here that are matching. Very nice. Matches the color in your logo, which is very, very nice. I'm not completely sure about the background. I feel like there's too many colors in there that are not part of your brand. There's red, pink, purple, blue, right? Which quite a lot of colors, especially when Twitch already adds so many colors. When I look at your avatar, there's also something I want you to consider. Consider just upscaling your avatar. The little, this figure, the one here at the back, right? We look at the avatar itself. Upscaling this avatar to fill the whole circle. The reason for that is right now at 100% size, I have no idea what is in there. And I don't know if I'm looking at a person or a cat with bat ears or what it really is. If you zoom in more on the character, we get more of a view of who you are. And again, the you is so important in this. Let's head into the about. Let's have a look over here. Welcome to Flaming Phoenix's Dominion. Step into the fire and enjoy your stay. I play a wide variety of games, I have a weekly schedule. Don't be shy to say hi in chat. Any cool clips and eventually tutorials will end up on my YouTube channel. With a business email. Let's go. We love to see it. We love to see it. So, for this particular thing, what would we say? I'm missing something. I'm missing a little bit of pizzazz. When I read an about, I always want to be able to pick at least one, preferably 2 things which immediately make me want to talk to the streamer. If I can find one or two, that means other people can find those two. Well, I like the fact that you have sort of a almost demon-like idea with the Dominion. Step into the fire, enjoy your stay. That's very on-brand if that is your brand. I just feel like after that, it becomes a little bit more difficult. So what I would like to see in these cases is something a little bit more focused on a little bit more focused on you. I want to know something about you as a person. Do you have pets? What kind of job do you do? Are you currently in university? Like, give me something about you that I can ask questions about. Your favorite game, your least favorite games, your favorite MMO, your least favorite MMOs. These sorts of things are going to get people to talk to you while you're live, and I think that that would be a massive improvement. It could just be a simple sentence, a single sentence, but it can help emphasize that. When we then look at your panels, I would say that you are suffering here from the same thing you are suffering here. And that is, it is very busy. There are a lot of colors. And you have everything from red to purple to pink to blue to green. Those are not all your brand colors. So you need to pick a subset of colors. Usually you pick one or two to be your main colors. In my case, you might have noticed it's orange and black. Hey, Saknika, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing amazing. Hope you're having a good day. I think that is a very important development for you. You need to sort of start building a brand. So pick your colors, and then for your panels, I would consider having like a little bit of or reformulating them, because they look really stretched because of how wide the font is. And I don't know if that's the font or if it's actually just super widened. And then make that all one, right? Get the color right. Make this right. I like that you went with black as a font here. Not sure it works, but that's okay. We can live with that. For the rest, I think you're doing really well. You have your YouTube, your donations, your Discord. Missing TikTok, missing Instagram, more sort of the short form stuff. But definitely something to keep an eye on. Just waking back up. You're in the correcting sleep part of insomnia. I'm feeling a bit better. It's going better every single day. Let's have a look, though. Because the one thing you don't have written down here... Oh, no, you do. There's a schedule. 7 p.m. Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Schedule. Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and... Very nice. And Fridays? No. Okay. Okay. Starting around that just before 7 o'clock every single time. Here you had a little bit of a slip. But all in all, you seem to be starting around the 7 p.m. mark every single day. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. Okay, so you're keeping to your time. you're streaming for 3 to 4 hours, sometimes even 5, 3 to 5 hours, which is pretty damn good as well. Let me see. I quite like your titles too. Although the "this will be fun" coming back every time, I'm not sure if you're going for like a catchphrase kind of idea here, or if it's just a way of saying, you know, this will be fun. This is going to be a good, like, I'm trying to keep Lara alive again. This will be fun. Like, I'm not sure what that's adding, but that's a minor thing. That is extremely minor. It's the first few words that I care about most. And those are pretty decent. Those are pretty decent. This one, Tamriel is so lovely this time of year, might need a little piff. Like, tell us what you're doing. Why should people click on your stream? If you get people to click on your stream, at that point, people are more likely to stick around. Like, getting picked to be clicked on is the hard part on Twitch, right? So, try and improve your titles and see if you can get a few more people to click in every time. Let's see. I think it's important to mention that the game FPS cap needs to be below your monitor refresh rate. Monitor needs to be set to its max refresh rate. Most of the time, Windows does this by default. OBS Game Capture Source has an option to limit capture FPS. Don't just cap your game FPS to 60 for stream unless you are lagging. No, the game FPS does not need to be below your monitor refresh rate. They can be at the same level. They absolutely can. And you have to remember that just because you're limiting your game capture source to 60 FPS, that doesn't mean that your encoder only tries to encode 60 frames. By hard capping that is actually the better option. Someone in chat mentioned to limit your game FPS to match stream. Yeah, and that's absolutely fine. Right? That's the way to do this. The big difference is not between 60 and 30 or 60 and 70. It's between unlimited, 144, and 60. That's where the big wins are. Going from 144 FPS to 60 FPS, even if your monitor is 60 FPS and you just didn't have it limited, that is why you limit it. You're halving the amount of frames that OBS needs to encode. That's the major thing. And 60 is all that your audience can see. Even if your monitor is only 30 FPS, you can still stream in 60 FPS. Because your game is still generating 60 frames, your monitor is just only showing 30. So you could actually do that to give a better quality stream than what you see. But if you still have a 30 FPS monitor, it might be time to get a cheap 61. The ad announcer bar looks interesting. Guess what? How you get it, you go to contentdelta.online, you go to Stream Shop, you scroll all the way down to free assets for you, and then there is one here called the ad widget by Content Delta. Yeah, you download it. It's free. Grab it. Literally. I made it. It's free. It tells you exactly how to install it. You need to have StreamerBot and OBS. You download the source copy plugin. I need to add the Move plugin to this as well. And the Move plugin. And then you just follow the instructions, and it should all work straight out of the box. If it doesn't, drop in the Discord and we'll help you. There you go. Ta-da! And you know what? If you want more than that, yeah, the Move plugin by Exceldro. It's the Move plugin for OBS. You know what? I'll do this. I'll send this here now. But I'll add it to that as well. Also, if you want to use the TTS bot that I'm using, it's also free. My Hype Train widget, also free. My Shoutout widget, also free. I give it away for free. Go use it. Have fun with it. Hey, Gwen, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Don't ask me what Streamer.bots is. You got the Hype Train widget as well, and it works perfectly. I really like the new Hype Train widget. I'm happy I got all the bugs out. The old version did not had quite a few bugs. This one doesn't. StreamerBot is a game changer. Absolutely is. Candy, thank you for the 200. Thank you very much. You play at 120 and stream at 60. Limiting your game to 60 FPS would make the gameplay unbearably different. Even though the stream looks good. This is what I mean. No need for me to limit it. Limit your game to 60 FPS, which is what someone suggested earlier. No, but if you limit... So, we're specifically talking about if you are having frame drops. Shike, thank you so much for the gift subs to Teddy, Savvy Introvert, and Hawk of Kings. Thank you very, very much. That's very, very kind of you. It really, really is. Okay, so that's how you get those. They're free. Go grab them. Go grab them. Have fun with it. Now we are gonna look at Flaming Phoenix's stream, and I need to pick a random one. I really wanted to see if there was... Is there still an Alien... There is still an Alien Isolation one. Oh, I kind of want to watch that, but I know I need to pick something a little more recent. Okay, we will go for... this one. That starting soon screen. I think... Nope. Okay. I'm gonna leave it paused for a moment, and hopefully this is not copyrighted music. We'll have to see in approximately 1 minute. I think, just to get back to it, I think your branding is fairly confused. Here, once again, we go with like a red fire theme, but then we have pink text on there, which doesn't really match very well. I would really recommend that you have a look at your branding and maybe look up some videos on branding to see how you can make it more appealing for people to watch. So, I'm going to jump somewhere in the middle. Harris Healer, what happened to their music? I don't know. But now I can't see now I just can't see anything but Harris Heller in like a cleric's robe, ready to heal people. Let's listen.
Yes, I will be here. Oh. I killed the beetle.
That's
Okay, so I need to go stamina. Can I like respec when I need to do that sometime?
hey, Nightblade's in game.
I'm just gonna keep my. Okay, so that's the next one.
Okay, talking a little bit. That's not bad.
Okay, so I got the point, but I don't got this now.
Wait, when did they introduce that?
What?
I haven't played this game in too long.
I can use my champion points already? Huh. I
Okay,
don't
gonna
think I
give it a
can.
little skip.
Yeah. I flavor my water with blackcurrant. Oh, no, you don't. I don't got my disguise anymore. Okay, this is... Oh, shit, this is not good. I have 3 people after me. Tiny wolf. No. This is not cool. Okay, go back. Go back.
Okay, that was quite funny. I would say...
Like, yes, I was talking about my tap water, but,
You know what? Very uncharacteristic of smaller streamers and new streamers especially. But you talk a fair amount and actually talk to people in your chat constantly, which is really, really good. The thing that I will say, and the thing that I think will be your next challenge, is working on your camera presence. That means working on intonation, working on rhythm, on volume, and then trying to sort of build from there. I always suggest this person, Vin Zhang on YouTube, does fantastic stuff when it comes to learning how to present stage presence, camera presence, doesn't matter what you call it, it's all the same thing. The idea is as follows. The 3 things that you can control are rhythm, volume, and intonation, right? So rhythm is, if you speak quickly, people are probably not going to listen to every word that you say. Instead, they're going to focus on the important words in your sentence, and they're going to try and make sort of, they catch the overall idea. If you, however, decide to shift your voice to be slow, deliberate, and emphasize every single word, people are going to be much more likely to listen to and very carefully listen to every word that you say, because that makes it that every single word you say is to them like, oh, this is important. We really need to listen to this. So, second thing, volume. If you talk like this the whole time and you sort of start talking quite low, that takes a lot of energy away, especially on camera, especially through a microphone. You need to inject about 25% more energy into your voice to sound like a normal talking human being, which is why a lot of streamers, after 3-4 hours, their voice gets really, really tired. And the third thing is intonation or melody or what you want to call it. It's very simple. If I'm gonna talk in one tone the whole time, and it doesn't matter if I go quicker or slower, it is going to get really, really boring really, really quickly. You guys are not going to want to listen to this for much longer, and then I've lost you. You're going to click away. Well, if I make sure to go up when there's something interesting or something important, and I go back down if I want to be more severe. That way, just by a natural intonation, you are absolutely able to learn to speak to a crowd and have them eating out of the palm of your hand. So much so that you can just take a sip of water in the middle of a sentence and people will sit there waiting for you to finish what you're saying. And this person that I suggest for this is Vin Zhang. I couldn't tell you how many people I've run across that just sound like zombies on stream. Yeah, exactly. Exactly what I'm talking about. That's the person you want to check out. They have an amazing 45-minute introduction video. It is fantastic. It is genuinely fantastic. Second thing that I would do, you don't need your follower go on screen. There's just no need. The only time that people are going to be really interested in looking at the follower goal is if you're on 259. If they can be number 260. That's it. That's it. That's the only time. When they can be the last one. Remove that. And I don't even know if you need your social rotator on screen at all times. I would maybe show that every 5 or 10 minutes. Just have it pop in. Stay there for 10 seconds. Pop out. Gone. Keep your screen nice and clean. And what I was talking about with your voice is especially important when you are a no-cam streamer. There's no VTuber. There's no camera. You are here. Really without any representation of who you are. So your voice is everything that people have. That is what I would say. I think that is the important part here. What's considered the small streamer follow count norm? I mean, that depends, Double XP. Like, you can be a small streamer and have 10,000 followers, and you can be a small streamer and have 10 followers. What that dictates for me the difference between a small streamer and a medium streamer is the amount of viewers that they have. Not just the amount of viewers, it's also the step in which they are in their content creation career. So any content creation career will generally consist of 3 major steps, 3 milestones. The first one is go live. In the go live, what are you going to do? You are going to build 2 things. The first thing you're going to build is consistency. You're just going to make sure that you go and stream whenever you can. You might stream, 3 times a week, maybe 4 times a week. 3 to 4 hours. You're sort of looking for, where is my schedule? What is my schedule going to be? That is really, really important. The second thing that you are going to build as a starting streamer in the go live phase is confidence. It is the confidence to be on camera, the confidence that what you're doing on the internet is something that you are allowed to be doing. Now, your go live phase takes approximately 20-ish streams, usually about a month of streaming, little over a month of streaming. Once you've done about 20-ish streams, you get to a cross point, and this is the first major decision that you have to make. The first decision that you have to make, I'm not going to use yellow, I am going to use purple. The first decision that you have to make is, do I enjoy this? And more importantly, this is the second question that follows with that. What is my relationship with Twitch going to be? First off, if you don't enjoy it, now's the time to stop. You've tried it, you've done the thing, you don't enjoy it, fine. But at least you've done it for a month, and you've really given it a try. What's your relationship with Twitch going to be is the next question. And the question there is, if you want a casual relationship with Twitch, that is fine. You go live whenever you want to. You have fun. You do your thing. It doesn't matter. Play whatever you want. Be live whenever you want. Do your own thing whenever you want. However, if you choose to have a serious relationship with Twitch, you are going to make this something. You are going to actually become a streamer. Then you get to stage 2. And stage 2 is go big. What does that mean? Go big means that you are going to grow your channel. You are now going to focus on growth, on becoming a better streamer. You are going to go from baby streamer to, I actually want to do this shit. I want this to become a business. I want this to become something that I do every single week. And maybe it will one day pay my bills. So what are the things that you learn in this phase? Well, the first thing that you have to learn when you get to this phase is actually one that most people would put right here. But it's not. It first happens in the go big. And the first thing you're going to do is you are going to define your niche. What is the content? Actually, let's call it content. What is the content that you want to create? What games are you going to play? Or you can't just play all games. You need to play games that people want to see. And these can be very narrow. There are people that only play World of Warcraft. These can also be very big. There are people that over the years have grown themselves to such a point that they can play pretty much anything and people will watch them. But mostly, for example, the niche could be Nintendo. Or it could be new releases. Or it could be horror. But you can also go very narrow into horror and say only Phasmophobia or only Mario Kart. Hey, Shawnee. And the other thing you're going to be working on in this content step is good content. You're going to learn how to have camera presence. You're going to learn how to build a brand. You're going to learn how to make YouTube videos, how to make shorts, how to make those entertaining. You're going to work on your skills. You're going to grow an audience, a core audience. Maybe get your first mods. That is all part of the good content section. It is super important that you start working on that as soon as you decide, yeah, this is what I want to do, because your skills are the thing that are going to get you there. Hey, Shawnee. Hey, Diagon Alley. How you doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. So what's then the next step? What is the next step that you are going to do? Well, first off, don't forget, these are just going to continue onwards, right? These do not change. You still need your confidence. You still need your consistency. You're going to continue through that the whole time, even into the third one. You're going to be working on your confidence. You're going to be working on your consistency. Candy White, thank you so much for the resub. You absolute legend. Enjoy the 30 days of ad-free viewing. Enjoy the 30 days of emotes. And then the next step you're going to work on... Oh, now I need to remember it. Come on, brain, work with me. Consistency, confidence, content. What is the next one? No, it's not community. It's the next one. It's something else. Oh, this is going to frustrate me. This is so going to frustrate me. 1 sec. I have this written down. I have this written down. Somewhere. Hello? Please, if I search for something, show me that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah. See? Told you guys I had it. The next thing is clarity. Clarity is also in step 2. And this clarity idea is all about forging your brand, forging the kind of content that you want to make. Who do you want to become? That is really it. Who are you on the internet? What kind of content do you make? And yeah, also a little bit of niche, but also what are my goals? Like, am I happy with 10 average viewers? Am I happy with 100 average viewers? Or am I first happy when I have 10,000 average viewers? Well, depending on where you are in life, that depends sort of how far you're going to go through this. And remember, the bigger the number, the more time you need to dedicate every week. So you also need to make clear for yourself, how much time am I going to dedicate to this? What am I going to make, etc., etc. So that is what happens in these two. Then there is one more. There's one more that we need to talk about. But that happens at the last level. By the way, the go big phase is until you have about 15 average viewers. Hey, Coach Rippy, how you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. It's about 15, maybe 25 average viewers. It depends a little bit on where you are in your own development and how quickly you grew. I would say the go big could last as long as a year, maybe 2, 1.5. Nah, let's say a year. The first year. Then comes the last part, the third one. Not Go Smart, Go Pro. Go Pro is the final section of the streaming growth ladder. Of course, we are going to continue being consistent. We are going to continue gaining confidence. You are going to continue improving and producing good content and improving said content. You're going to continue developing your brand, your niche, become clear on the things that you want to do. But there's one more massive difference between the Go Big stage and the Go Pro stage. In the Go Pro stage, the thing that you are going to do is you are going to take everything that you've done so far and you are going to make it into systems. You're going to make it into systems because there will be a point where in the Go Pro stage, you make enough money that you can say, hey, somebody else answers my emails now. Somebody else does my editing. but they still need to do your editing to your standard. So you need to make sure that when you do this, they have a system to work from. So you're going to systematize everything. From how you answer emails, to your editing, to how you produce content, to how you think of content, everything becomes a system. And that system could be very simple. It could be, I go sit in this chair, I start doing research. Okay, but how do you do the research? Oh, I'm doing the research like I'm going on YouTube. I'm going to look at the popular videos in other niches. I'm looking for outliers. Then I'm going to use that to build my own videos. Okay, how do you do that? Step by step by step. And the last thing, the last step that you are going to think about as you are systemizing all these things, and not until here, by the way, and I would say even later, like once you get to partner levels, maybe 150 average viewers, that is where the last C comes in. And the last C is simply cash. You're gonna make some money. How are you going to invest that money? If you're gonna say tech, if you're gonna say a better microphone or whatsoever, that's not where you're gonna put your money. A better microphone does not make your content better. Better lighting might make your content better, but there is a very hard ceiling when you come to budget. At about an Elgato face cam for $150, some lights, a decent microphone, not this one, a decent microphone, $150 microphone, you're done. You don't need to think about it anymore. You've hit a level where you don't need to improve. Now your money has to go to courses to make yourself better, money to hire people, and things like taxes. And that is how you grow your channel, in these 5 steps. And then you just combine all these into a fantastic system. And then you start hiring people. That's how this works. That's how this works. Hey, Viking Pixie, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm sorry about the power cut. Do you think this journey is a smooth one? Oh no, it isn't. There is no such thing as a smooth journey. It is ups and downs all the time. Gen X, thank you very much. Yeah, no, you have ups and downs all the time. Genuinely, every single day. You can have a major upswing, you'll get double the amount of viewers you normally get, and then you have a day where it's just terrible. Terrible. And you sit there thinking, what did I do different? And you didn't do anything different. Nothing changed. It was just a different day. Which is, by the way, also why you do not think about these things on a day-to-day basis. Never look at your Monday stream and go, hey, I had 5 average viewers, and then go to your Wednesday stream and say, I had 20. Wow, I've grown so much. And then Thursday you have 5 again, and you're like, oh, you know what? I've lost all those new people. No, they were not new people. They maybe came in with a raid. You maybe had a lucky day. You may have had somebody that decided to, you know, come in and tell their friends, and they never came back. You look at all these numbers in a 90-day interval. 3 months. If you're doing better after 3 months, you're doing something right. If you're not doing better after 3 months, oops. Then it's time to make a change. Yep, that happens, King. That happens. Sometimes you stream on 2 different days, playing the same game, and you'll have a great day and a bad day. This happens. However, I quickly need to run to the loo. I will be right back. Give me just a minute. And we're back, and we're back. Hey, Limecat. How you doing? How you doing? You have 2 separate audiences between your Thursday and Saturday stream, so you keep those metrics separate? Yeah, that happens as well. Absolutely. I see that as well. So even on my main channel, right? On the weekends, I tend to have way more people coming in than I have on the weekdays. And that's okay. That's why I look at this sort of very wide average. Recently had a situation where you streamed with somebody and averaged lowest in a couple of months. It was rough on first review of the numbers, but you had to adjust your expectations. Here's what happens. You picked up a number of new followers and your later streams grew. Oh, really? That is awesome, Gen X. Yeah, absolutely. Like, these are, I know that metrics and that sort of stuff are really... Can you stop shouting at me? My antivirus is shouting at me. I'm not doing anything. Yeah, these are things you have to think about, and it's really hard sometimes because on the one hand, you want to see number go up, right? Number go up good. That's what people always feel. But nothing grows steadily. Like, you don't have that sort of growth naturally. That is something that happens over time. There will be dips and there will be good days. That is just how it works. There is nothing you can do about it. Nothing. However, we did the review. We have completed it. And that means we are going to remove Flaming Phoenix from here. We have done that one. I can feel my throat starting to go. And now I am wondering what to do. I think we're going to do more. I want to do more. That's what I want to do. So we are going to see if there's more people that have signed up. There have been indeed. Let's do that. Let's add these people to the list, including Gwen. Yep, Gwen got added, so everybody got added. Let's give him a quick check if we have no doubles. Always need to do that. We do not. Cup of tea with honey for the throat. I'm almost at 2 liters of tea already over the last 3 hours, Saknika. Yeah, it's been something. I'm gonna give it a spin. Let's see who we're gonna go to. Frosty and Bubba are doing well. Yeah, Frosty is slowly getting better. Bubba is doing fantastic. Bit ill still, but it's going okay. Yeah, Frosty's making sure I keep topped up on tea, to be honest. I still have some tea. I thought I was completely out. Still have 1 cup in my bottles. So, let's see. Chairman Caleb. You are struggling with consistency, you say. Let's have a look-see. Okay. You are not live. Do we have... Wait. Need to check something. Vaults don't have music. Very good indeed. Perfect. Okay. Let's have a look-see. Here we have Chairman Caleb. 1.3k followers. Very nice. You have a fairly recognizable picture. I would maybe zoom in a little bit. I know you have your name up here. We don't need to see that. We can see that here, right? Show us as much of your face as possible. Because that is the thing we are going to recognize. Except for that, I think that I mean, the color here on the right is almost matching. I'm assuming you are restricted in the number of colors that you can use, which is absolutely fine. I fully understand that. On top of that, I think it looks pretty good. Okay, there's one thing. There's one thing that I need to address, right? That I think is important to address. And that is very simply, I don't think the words here translate very well. It's hard to see. I would go with either something like use the symbol and on the top and then the text underneath so you can make the text a lot bigger. I think that is going to give you a lot more recognizability. Because right now, especially if I'm on mobile, I can't even shrink it far enough. Like, especially on mobile, people are not going to be able to read this. And with more and more people coming to mobile Twitch, I think having that availability is important. Same goes for your offline screen, by the way. You see the same here, right? Stream is offline. It's really hard to read. Well, if you would take the logo on top and then the words underneath, so you do like, let me see if I can, I'm terrible at drawing, okay? So don't judge me, but like that, right? And then you go, stream offline. You keep the logo, but this becomes a lot more legible. Not in my handwriting, but if you use an actual font, I wouldn't be able to read my own handwriting. Don't worry about that. It happens when you become a doctor. Even if it's a doctor in mathematics. That's just a thing that happens. Don't worry about it. Do not worry. These are not the droids you're looking for. But for the rest, I really like how it looks. Here you have the same problem. Here you have the same thing. Here you see as well, it's really hard to read these. And that's going to make it less recognizable. You really, if at all possible, you should absolutely try and make it as recognizable as possible, which allows you which makes it easier for other people to read. It also doesn't help that your PC setup is a different banner. I think that is a little strange. But you know, that's just what it is, right? It's still a work in progress. No, I get that. I absolutely understand that. But that is exactly the things that we talk about here, right? We're trying to give you small ways for you to improve your channel without seeming, but like without too much judgment. We try and judge as little as possible. Now, there are a few things to talk about here still, because we do have your about. Let's zoom in. I'm Caleb. I'm a wheelchair-bound variety streamer with a big love of gaming. Okay. Two things. One, that is very generic. Again, we're not really getting anything that is you except the wheelchair bound, which of course, that is something big, but we also see that coming back in every single thing that happens on your design. I would love to be able to see more about you. Like, do you play Warhammer if you in your off time? Do you collect Pokemon cards? Are you a guitar player? Give us something that sort of links us to want to start a conversation with you. I think that's an important one. I like to personally hit 3 notes, of which one needs to be attractive to someone. And then the second thing is business email. We need a business email. The reason you need a business email is very simple. Game companies are going to find you interesting to promote their games. If you have a very specific niche or a very specific audience, go do the thing. Like, have it there. Make sure that they can contact you. Super important as well. Your schedule, by the way, says 10 a.m. EST, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. EST, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Now, that is 3 a.m. for me or something like that. So it's going to look a little weird. That's okay. No, wait, not 3 a.m. 4 p.m. Other side. Yeah, it's going to be 4 p.m. So, let's go have a look. You streamed last year. Oh, yeah, that's really hard for me to judge anything else. If there's no VODs, it's really hard for me to give you any sort of feedback or anything. There's a few clips, but those are really, really old. And therefore do not really represent you as such. That makes sense. For today's streams, we've all come into this for the understanding of constructive criticism. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, I can't really give you more of an advice. But if you're struggling with consistency, because that's the thing you said you were really struggling with, what would I then suggest? What would be a good thing to suggest for you, really? You know what? You know what? Just do it. Just start. Just open OBS and press that start streaming button. That's where I would go. I have no idea what that is. I have no idea who you are. I have no idea what you mean. Goodbye. Big bonk. It was hammer time. The hammer has been swung. Explain it to me in the unban request. That's what it is. But yeah, that's what I would say. I think that is the key feature here. Like, just get started again. Just open that OBS and press that start button. And if you tell yourself you're going to go live 10 a.m. every single day, or every single, what was it? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Then go for it. And I know that that is not much help, but without seeing your actual struggle for consistency, that is a difficult one for me to get through. In all honesty, there's really very little I can help you with at that point. You need to get started. You need to go live. Press the button. Don't care about the quality. Don't care about anything. Start. Rewatch it. See what you can improve. Do that. Go again. That's how you're going to get better. That's how you're going to get better. That's how you're going to get more people in. Absolutely. We are going to go ahead and close that one. And then we are going to mark that one off. Let's see. Nope. That one. That's honestly the best advice I can give you. And then if you come back next month and you've streamed for a month, or you come back in a few months and you've streamed for a month, then please feel absolutely free to resubmit. And once you've resubmitted, we'll actually have a look at whatever you produce at that point. Sorry, I'm just getting some messages here. 1 second, guys. Just need to check something. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Now, I did promise you guys something at the start of this stream. I did promise you guys something at the start of this stream. However, Freya's being a little problematic, which is okay. That is fine. I really wanted to give a review to Frosty, because Frosty has been asking me to do so. And I kinda get a chance to be even more specific on the things that we are going to talk about. Because, of course, Frosty's my wife. So, let's do that. Frosty! Frosty, we are going to look at your streams. 1 sec. Okay, no, I can wait. That's no problem. Frosty just sent me a message and asked if I can wait that once she can actually be here and talk about stuff. So we'll do that. We'll wait until Frosty can be here. That seems like the... If she asked that specifically, we will do that. That's fair. Absolutely. So instead, we're going to give this another swing. Let's see who else can join. Hi, Jaxie. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing amazing. Let's see. Let's see. It's Double XP. We're getting a lot of the new people being reviewed today. That's kind of cool. Double XP. You've been found. Let's see what we have here. You're struggling with viewer growth and viewer retention. Who provides your stream music? YouTube does. Okay. YouTube as in... Okay, I'm gonna have to check this one out off stream. What? What the heck's going on here? Can I? Look, there's text in this field. Can I copy the text in this field? Thank you. Let me have a look, see. Or do we have any muted parts of the streams? No, it doesn't seem like there's any muting going on. That is positive, at least. Let me see. 1 second. I just need to make sure that, you know, as I review the stream, I don't get copyright struck. There we go. We're all good. Double XP. Let's have a look-see. So, you are playing some Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Very nice. I like the logo. Logo's pretty good. Logo's really good. Weird that there's the bar up here. But I really like what you've done here. The purple, of course, matching is really, really good as well. I think that is fantastic. Very nice design. The black and purple is a great color combo as well, of course. Let's have a look at your about. Army veteran, former pro PUBG Mobile player. Really? PUBG Mobile has a pro scene? That's kind of cool. Call of Duty Hardpoint specialist. Originally from Brooklyn, now in OKC. Oklahoma City? Ohio, Kansas City? I don't know. Somewhere. Bringing you top-tier FPS game action with a competitive yet chill vibe. Join our gritty CDL Call of Duty? So I don't know what that means. Loving community. Okay, there's a few things here. First thing is, there's a lot of acronyms. Acronyms are usually only understood by the people that know what it's about, which means you are going to exclude me and quite a lot of other people that may not 100% know what you're talking about. It's always better to write these things out. That being said, I do think you have a very good introduction. I like the fact that you are highlighting some really interesting stuff, right? Former pro PUBG mobile player, that immediately caught my attention. Call of Duty Hardpoint specialist, that can catch attention as well. And I quite like what you've done here. The only thing I will say, I've said it again, or I will say it again, is we need you to have a business email. We need that business email. It needs to be there. It's just no question, because once game companies are starting to recognize you, they will want to send keys to you. The way they're going to do that is by looking at your Twitch and looking for a business email. If they cannot find it, they will not send it. They will not even look any further. Trust me, that is how things go. It's very rare that they will go, okay, let's check the Twitter. Is there an email there? No. Let's check the YouTube. Go to the about. Is there an email there? No. Make a business email, something completely new, doublexp@gmail.com or doublexpbusiness@gmail.com, and put it right here in your about. I think that's the best way to go. YouTube, Discord donations. YouTube and Discord should be at the top. Just with Twitter all the way at the top. Make sure that we can see all of them and put the Tangia one to the side. Don't have it in the middle. Have either on the left side or the right side a column with all the extensions, and then have the banners your own design for the rest. Which, by the way, again, really clean, the black and white. I really like that. That feels That just feels clean. Would I say it particularly fits with your design? I feel that is a bit more gritty. But I personally really like that design of the banner, so it's okay. Let's see. Schedule. Your schedule that you have set up is just before midnight my time till 2. Midnight till 2. And then somewhere during the day. So 2 to 4. Is that the schedule you are keeping to? So far, yeah. You did not set a category for your first stream, but that is fine. And the next one is still coming up. So you've just restarted streaming. So let's have a look at what you've done, how it's all set up, and what the new stream looks like, shall we? That you're struggling with consistency makes sense at this point because you've only just restarted. The only thing I can say is, and that's a little trick that I can give you right now, go in and get yourself a calendar, just a paper calendar, and for every single time that you stream, tick it off. When you start on time and go for at least 2 hours, tick it off. And do that every time, every week. And as you do that, you will see your streak start to grow, and the need to keep the streak going will grow and grow and grow further. It's a really interesting technique that I've used myself, and I can highly, highly recommend it. So, we're going to find our random spot in your stream. We're going to go at 39 minutes. Let's have a little listen, shall we?
Alright, we got a victory, yo!
Well, that was bad timing. Let's jump ahead a few minutes.
Sub. Man, what a good day back. Holy cow, I have 7 people, man. Thank you everybody who's in here watching. Thank you very much. So hype. This is like a great way to come back. Hopefully I could do better because I was getting kind of tough.
I really like your background. Wait. 2 seconds here. You switch screen and we have you well framed. We can see you. We can see your shoulders. We can see the top of the text on your shirt. Here you are not well framed. I thought this was your full camera view. I'm sorry. I would cut a little bit of the background off at the top so we get you more in the middle. Having you more in the middle means you become the focus of attention instead of the feeling that you are now making way for your background. I honestly, that immediately jumps out to me. Let's listen to the rest. So we're getting into the game.
All right. I know how this board plays.
Team deathmatch. Remember that mission outcomes influence promotion prospects.
Those solar panels are expensive. Don't break them.
Advantage is ours. Hold it.
he got me.
Okay, I'm just gonna start talking a little bit here because the first thing that I will say
God, bro.
is
Mistakes were made when he throw it back at me.
you are talking when you die when there is a lull in the gameplay.
Come on, guys.
However, you are not really communicating when you are in the game. Like, when you are in the game, like right now, I need to hear you talking about where their location is, why you're doing what you're doing, and where you want to go from there. It is such an important thing to keep communicating. We go back to the A, B, C of streaming. Always be chatting. Make sure you keep that going, because every time you keep that going, people are going to want to comment more and more, which is honestly, I think a great way to sort of build your audience. But you keep saying something the moment you die, and then you just sort of stop. Oh yeah, absolutely. If you run out of things to say, it's always wise to have a notebook next to you with key conversation starters. Like, is hot dog a sandwich? Does pineapple go on pizza? Are humans a soup? These are all things you can talk about. And they're completely random, but you can also talk a bit more about the game as well. Like, why do you use the weapons that you're currently using? Why are you choosing the pathing that you are currently using? These sorts of things are very interesting for other people to hear.
I'll be honest, I really didn't see it.
You're constantly saying ABS in your Silksong streams, always be slashing. Yes. You saw a thing recently that said Beef Wellington is just a fancy corn dog. Oh, no. No, no. I am not okay with that. A Beef Wellington is not a fancy corn dog. No. A corn dog is a cheap Beef Wellington. But you could, though, Candy White. You could put a stick in a Beef Wellington and eat it off the stick. Like, there's no law forbidding against it. No, hot dog is a taco. Look, the rules are simple, guys. Okay, do I really have to go through the rules for you? Look, it's really, really simple. Yeah? Any piece of food, can be surrounded on multiple sides. If there is only something, if there is nothing, so if it's just the food, then it is a soup. Or a salad, depending how wet it is. That's up for debate. But really, what is salad if not just vegetable soup? If it is surrounded, if there is only one side, then it is cereal is soup too. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Wait, what was it again if there's bread on one side? Oh yeah, pizza. It's pizza. If there's bread on one side, it's pizza. If there is bread on two sides, it's a sandwich. If there is bread on three sides, It's a taco. If there is bread on 4 sides, it's a beef Wellington. And I say bread, but really what I mean is any covering. Right? Then it's a beef Wellington. Now, there is one exception to this. You can have something, right, which is layered. And it will be layered with something else. That's a cake. So yes, lasagna is a meat cake. A burger is a sandwich. Is a one-sided sandwich a pizza? There's no such thing as an open-topped sandwich. That's just a sandwich without a lid. What about a burger with multiple layers of bread? Congratulations. You have an American meat cake. I don't make the rules. I only follow them, okay? These are the 6 options. That's it. There are no other options of food. And yes, that does mean if you take a loaf of bread, you cut off the top, you hollow it out, and fill it with soup, you have a soup taco. So is apple pie a beef Wellington? Right until you cut it, then it's an apple taco. That's just it. I don't have any, like, I'm just follow the rules. Did I just hear a bread bowl with soup is a soup taco? Yes, it is. It's surrounded on 3 sides by bread. It's a soup taco. I don't make the rules. I just follow them. Also, humans, right? Humans are covered on all sides by skin. On the inside, there is meat. Humans are beef Wellingtons. I'm sorry. Stews, thick soup. Yeah, that's it. Calzones, Italian beef Wellingtons. So what was Lady Gaga then when she went to that show wearing a steak dress? Mental. I think the word you're looking for is mental. Chili, beef soup. You disagree? You're a pork Wellington? Don't eat your pork pink. Cook it fully. Pizza rolls? No, pizza rolls. Oh. You know what? Burritos are Mexican beef Wellingtons. Ice cream is soup? Ice cream is solid soup. Correct. She was a reverse taco. She was an inside-out roll. Oh, yeah. Sushi is just Japanese beef Wellington at this point. Oh, God. That is not going well, is it? Everything's beef Wellington. Unless you say that the ends... Oh, no. It's still 4 sides. Everything's turning into beef Wellington. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. These are the rules of food. There's nothing you can do about it. Pancakes? Depends. If it's a French crepe, so you have one on your plate, and you put toppings on it, and then you roll it, that's a pizza. If you have American pancakes and it's a stack, that's a cake. Hey, L&D, how you doing? The stream has been great. Stream has been amazing. Honestly, I've been having so much fun. Also, can I just make you guys really annoyed with me for 2 seconds? You know how if you take coffee and grind it, like coffee beans and grind it, and then you push water through, you get bean juice. If I blend kidney beans with water, I have coffee. I have a cold brew. Again, I'm not making the rules. I'm just following them. Wait, if a sandwich is with 2 buns, then if you put, instead of buns, big salad leaves, then it's a salad with meat? Yeah, it's just a meat salad. That's fine. It's all in the ratios? True. Best part of waking up is bean juicing your cup? You know what the worst thing is, King? I just imagine you sitting there with just a mug of refried beans, slowly trying to sip it as it just sticks to the inside. There's nothing I can... Yeah, no. It's fine. It's fine. It's all in the ratios. You are correct. You're currently eating peanuts. Are you eating a salad? Yes. Technically, correct. Bit, if you want to be reviewed, you have to sign up in the description below. What about the KFC Double Down? Oh yeah, the chicken buns and a hash... Wait. Chicken buns with a hash brown in the middle. So we have 2 pieces of meat with wrapping in the middle. You know what? That is a very thin cake. According to this, that is just a very thin cake. Or it's a hash brown in a chicken sandwich. True cake has chicken in it too? Exactly. Yeah, of course. You know what the worst thing is? That makes a club sandwich. A club sandwich, which has 3 pieces of bread, a cake. Again, I'm not making the rules. I'm just following them. Yeah, you do need salt for your muscles to work. You do. Let me see. Them's the rules we follow. Exactly. Them's the rules we follow. But yeah, I hope that helped at least a little bit. Oh my god. what was I saying? Yeah. I hope that at least helped a little bit. We got a little bit distracted mid-review. Absolutely. Yeah, don't worry about the September thing. Don't worry about the September thing. So, what do we have here? The only thing that I would still say, except for the talking, is what you're doing here while you're playing games, and I saw this earlier as well, is you lean forwards. You have great vibes. Happy to have caught you live. Oh, thank you very much, Jessa. That's very kind. Thank you very, very much. You lean forwards, so it might be an idea to rethink where to put your camera so that you can actually be in frame even if you lean forwards. I think that would be a very, very good idea. Because that is just going to make it a lot easier for you to still be part of the frame and we can still see your reactions. Maybe find a way to move your camera down so that we can get your face instead of the top of the cap as well. The whole lecture should be posted on Content Delta. New video. How to grow as a foodie. Yeah, food creators need to follow those rules. And if they follow those rules, everything's good. How do you edit video? You use a program such as Kdenlive or DaVinci Resolve. You upload your videos into that and then you edit it through that. It is a hard process to learn, but it is a process. So take your time with that. Absolutely take your time with that. One moment, guys. I quickly need to say something to Frosty. Yes. I did hear something about you looking or saying how many viewers you have. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn off your view count, guys. Do not look at your view count during the stream. You may be on 5 viewers. You may be on 100 viewers. It shouldn't change anything. Think of it like this. Think of it like this. If you are looking at Ash, no. If you are looking at your viewer count, there are 2 things that you might see. Either you have more viewers, which is great, but then you're just going to continue exactly how you are already doing that. Right? You're already streaming. You're already doing the thing. Why would you become better from watching the viewers? That's why they are here. Or your viewers are going to be lower. And the moment you see your viewers being lower, you're going to go down. Your mood is going to go down. And immediately, you are going to be less entertaining. So, what are the 2 options? Either nothing changes, or you become less entertaining. There is no upside to looking at your viewers during the stream. You look at your viewers after the stream, and preferably once you have a few weeks of numbers to draw from. And again, what I said earlier, if you stream multiple days a week, and one day you have 3 viewers, the next day you have 15 viewers, the next day you have 7 viewers, the next day you have 2 viewers. No, you haven't fallen off between here and here. You just had a good day. This is completely normal behavior for viewership. It goes up, it goes down. It keeps rocking back and forth. You need to take not 1 week, not 2 weeks, but pretty much 3 months of data before you can really say, have I become better or worse? Franny, if you want to do that, then you need to sign up down below. Yeah, you need to sign up. Is it advised or not for mods to tell you viewer count if it's higher than normal? No. Nope. Remove viewer count. Nobody cares. You know what the worst thing is? And I've talked about this before. We've now talked about what to do, right? Hey, Kasparian, how you doing? But I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna tell you guys a little secret. Just a little secret. You know that viewer count that you look at? Where it's like 1 and you suddenly see it go up to 2 and you're like, there's somebody here. Hey guys, I'm doing this and I'm having fun and playing a game and talking about all kinds of things. And are shrimp actually insects? Yeah. There is between 60 seconds and 3 minutes of delay. So by the time you see that number go up, that person gone. You were boring when they came in. You have about 15 seconds, if not less. And they're gone. They're out of there. They're never coming back. So you can't trust the viewer number. You can't trust that that is always up to date. You need to make sure that you are entertaining no matter what. You're putting on a show. And if you're putting on a show, put on a show. That's part of being a streamer, right? That's the thing. That's the hard thing you are learning. And out of his Twitch is right. You know where there's been 5 or 6 people chatting and they say there are 2 viewers. Yep. 100%. Yeah, no, there is that much delay and it can be crazy making. Because I've seen people, right, where I would go into a stream and they would be on like, let's say this is a bigger streamer. They want on like 200 viewers. And I see people chatting and it goes quicker and quicker. And I was sitting there like, that's not, like, I hang out with them quite a lot. This is Flash Force, by the way, for those that know Flash. I was hanging out quite a lot. Whenever I can catch him, I will. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking and I'm like, that goes way too quick. That chat goes way too quick for 200 people. And 2 minutes later, it just ticked up 700. Ah, yeah, no, that makes more sense. Yeah, just turn it off. Just turn it off. You can look at it after stream. Be entertaining. That's the important bit. Yeah, the good old goo. Exactly, Sagnika. Flash is lovely. He is. But that's what I'm just saying, right? That's why numbers are so freaking, like, they're so hard. It's hard, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it is easy to not think about numbers or to not think about how many viewers you have or anything like that. It's hard. It's real freaking hard to do that every single day. Just turn it off. Just turn it off. At least while you stream. And try not to look at it more than once a week. That's all the advice I can give, because you will reach a point where every single change, you look at unique chatters or active chatters, or you look at new followers and you see that it's different and it's not working, or it's lower than last time, and you just, yeah, it goes rough. It goes rough. At what hour will the 12:10 stream be? Wait, 12? Oh, that's from last month, Fran. Yeah, so I'm doing a stream review Probably another one next week because this was a catch up, and then another one at 24. So, and that will be, I'm in Belgium, so there will be a 1 hour difference, I think. Starting at 5 p.m. The only number you care about is average viewers, because you're paying attention to which streams seem to hold attention better. And then what you were doing that stream to hold said attention. See, I look at average viewers every week, every month, and every 3 months. The week is just sort of a, how did I do? Like, was it okay? Okay, super. Every month is, how is the growth going? And every 3 months is, do I need to change anything in my current system that will allow me to make better content for more people? The thing that I find really, really interesting, that I will look at almost every single stream, unique chatters. Unique chatters. For me, a stream is successful if I feel like I've got somebody to talk to all the time that I stream, right? We can be chatting about stuff, and it's just a case of, I just want to be chatting with you guys. I hope to teach you the small stuff. And if I get questions back, that means I can teach the right things. So I just want unique chatters. That's my main measure. And if I see that my average unique chatters, let's say it's around, like, let's say just a random number, 40. And I see I have a stream with 60, while the average viewers has stayed fairly normal. Then I'm like, okay, what happened? Did we have a really good conversation at the start? Or was it just terrible? Did I do something? And similarly, if the 40 goes down to 20, I'm like, what changed? Now, for example, just before I fell ill, we did a stream in which I pretty much gave a lecture. We literally spent 3 hours talking about productivity as a streamer. And guess what? My unique chatters was about 15 people lower than normal, while my average viewers was at a normal height. And because I'm talking for 3 hours teaching, like actually teaching, writing stuff down and that sort of stuff, of course it's going to be lower. Because people are listening, people are lurking, people are trying to get as much information, maybe make some notes, and the questions will come when they come. Of course it's going to be lower. I know that. But on normal streams, if I see that happening, I'm like, what? Why? You implemented it and it's made such a difference. I believe the VOD is still available. I'm kind of tempted to upload it to a new, to upload it somewhere, because we talked about a lot of good stuff. Actually good stuff. I wonder if I could get that made into a video. Might have to talk to my editor about that one. Hey, Scooby, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. While lurkers do count, you do appreciate it. There are many people who pop in, lurk, then leave, no interaction. Yeah, it happens, King. C'est la vie. That is life on Twitch. Which is why I, honestly, and this is another reason to have a YouTube and a TikTok, right? Let's say that you have a terrible month on Twitch. Let's say you don't make that much money, or you don't have that many people, or there's not that much growth, anything like that. Let's say that happens. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter, because you still have TikTok that might be growing, where you had a super good short that suddenly got 150,000 views, or you have something like YouTube suddenly popping off and you get a video with loads of comments there. It's fantastic. Because suddenly the pressure of Twitch has just left, right? You can take the pressure off. And I think that is, for me, it's one of the biggest reasons why I'm going to continue with YouTube and Twitch or YouTube and TikTok no matter what. Because there are more places where you can find growth. Does follower count even matter? You have a few followers, 45, but a very invested audience, 10 subs per month and over 10k bits. Doesn't matter. Nowadays, if you get over 25, it doesn't matter. It genuinely does not matter. Because the moment you hit the 25, you get that affiliate chip. You don't need any more for partner. And that's just it. That is it. For you, YouTube is already more important than Twitch. Yeah, same here. I find YouTube is my main focus. Here I get to hang out with you guys. I get to answer questions. I get to have fun. But YouTube is the main sort of machine in my production setup. Yeah. However, my throat is giving out. It is actually giving out. So, I'm gonna have to call it for tonight. Almost 4 hours. I would say that's pretty good. I'm hoping my throat recovers over the weekend so we can do a full 6-hour stream on Tuesday. Tuesday, I have something fun for us as well, because we are going to be checking out loads of cheap webcams. Loads of cheap webcams. And I have 7 ready, and we're going to have a look at them, see what the quality is, and see if I can recommend anyone to you. Chances are, if you have enough viewers, average viewers to make partner, you'll probably end up just having more followers anyway. No, you're right. You're right, Jessa. Absolutely. Your name will stay on the wheel. We will continue this next Friday. I'm not going to change the sign up. I'm just going to change the dates on one of the questions, logically. And then we are just going to have you guys continue to sign up onto this list for the next month. For now, I want to thank you all so much for being here. You've been amazing. On YouTube, thank you very much for being here. I am going to stop that one. Bye-bye.